Welcome to the Soul Too Early Sports Card Podcast. More toxic than Chernobyl. That's Kai. I'm sponsored by Old Spice, and that was the first intro I've ever done off the dome. And I think Kai liked it because, well, dude, that was a good one. I'm quite proud of that intro.
That was good. I'm doing good. I'm really excited. We're going to talk about it for the National. I haven't been to a show since the last National. So.
Are you serious? I haven't had. Yeah. I mean, you obviously went to like local shows and stuff like that.
Yeah, I went to a couple like smaller ones, but no like serious show really.
That's crazy. I didn't realize it was a year ago. Yeah. I mean, Atlantic City doesn't feel like a year, but so much shit has happened in the last, 12 months that, listen, it's really crazy. We are here. This is the last episode we're recording before the National. We're having discussions about possibly doing one at the National, so stay tuned for that if it happens. But dude, this is it. This is go time. There's no more excuses anymore. What the fuck? We're here. It's
crazy. The last month flew by from June to now. It feels like it was a week.
I know. I mean, between me being on vacation and Dallas, which we'll talk about in a second, I've been home 5 days of July so far, and I'm going to be gone for 6 days at the end of the month, obviously, for the National. I miss my bed. I'm still not sure what time it is anymore. It's just kind of one of those crazy things that happens when you're hashtag grinding and loving what you do.
Yeah. I mean, we've been doing a ton of buying and stuff and just keeps flying by. I look at comps and I'll be like, oh, I remember this sold last week, and I checked the comp and it was a month ago. I'm like, fuck. Time
really scary.
By. Yeah.
Dude, at this point now, and this kind of leads into the discussion about Dallas, I'm sitting cash heavy, which is the best spot to be in my opinion, going into a major show in general. I think even the National itself, that's probably the best spot to be in because a lot of people are going to try and be cashing out on either football they bought or quarterbacks more specifically, or even basketball. So sitting cash heavy is okay. And I had tempered expectations for Dallas this time. It's a full week away from the National. I expect a lot of people to not travel. I know for a fact, obviously, a lot of major people did not go to this past Dallas. But honestly, they missed out. It was a really good show.
That's what I saw.
I mean, even Nashville last week, 2 weeks ago at this point, was pretty good from what I heard. So I know it's a weird position to be in, but I feel like you could take those times off for shows, but maybe not in some instances. It's kind of crazy the world we're heading into where these shows are so valuable, not only for the buying and selling part, but just getting to know people as well. I had a very good show just talking to people and getting to know people better. And oh yeah, the selling and trading was great. Dude, on Saturday, I bought one card. Everything else I moved, I sold. I didn't trade at all, until trade night at the very end of the night. It was very weird for me, and I loved it.
Yeah, we've been talking about going to a lot more shows. We're thinking Dallas for sure, depending on how the National goes in September. I think it's.
I've offered it to you last week too, Kai. You're more than welcome to set up with me.
The next one's September, right?
Yeah, it's the middle of September. I don't have the exact date in front of me. I mean, I can check if we want to, but I have 3 showcases. I don't know if there's enough room for Joku and you to sit there. But if you want to throw stuff in my showcase, you're more than welcome to. If you get a better opportunity, do it. But I'm offering it because it's easier to have someone you trust at your booth than not. So
I think Joku's more of a walker. I'm more of a sit at the tabler.
Well, that's such a good thing to bring up too, because we're obviously talking about the National today, and I'm not going to skirt Dallas entirely. We'll talk about it more in depth. But there are so many different ways to make money within the sports card world if you're willing to give it a chance. Because I am the same way as you. I like to set up at a show and I like to be at my booth because that allows me to get the best deals possible for me, because I'm the dealer in this instance. And if people want to sell or trade, you have the ability to say no. They're coming up to you. They have their inventory. They want to sell something. They want to trade something. They want something of yours. In a power dynamic, which is what it ends up being, you control the ability to say yes or no. So you if you are that person and want to be that way, have the ability much more so than if you're walking up to someone else. So
Yeah, it's going to be interesting since it's our first time for both of us setting up the entire week. It's going to be interesting trying to find the time to like take a break and walk around and not just sit at our table. I don't know how much you do that or if you do it at all at the National, but
it's interesting. I mean, last time you and I were set up next to each other for 3 days, you were set up with me because
at least two, something like that.
Whatever it was.
Yeah.
So the background, because I'm not sure how much we've talked about this before. Last National, I was very lucky to have one showcase with a friend, Basketball Card Paradise Woods. Great guy. Woods is such a funny person. Unintentionally, he is probably the funniest person in sports cards because he is just like the Energizer Bunny. The man is constantly on the move. And if there was one person that I needed to flip a card or like had a bet on to move something, it'd be him. He's great at what he does, but he was set up at National. He gave me a spot. I was very fortunate. And due to his younger brother getting sick, he had an extra showcase for like day 2 onward. So I actually bought that. I had 2 showcases. I didn't need all the room. I gave it to Kai. This was before the podcast. We were friends anyway, and it
was like right before, almost like a couple months.
I don't remember when we started the podcast. I think it was the spring. So it was like.
Well, if we're coming up on like the 40s, it had to be almost a year.
Oh my god, dude! Holy shit!
Right? And we skipped maybe 2 or 3 weeks in there somewhere.
I have to double check when it's. I thought we started in the spring, but you might be right. It might have been the fall. I think it was actually.
It had to be
basketball.
Fall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Either way, we were friends before the podcast. It was awesome. It was a great time. Yeah, I didn't really walk much of the National because I don't really care what's in other people's showcases. You know, as someone who. Dude, when I make deals and when I buy and trade and sell stuff, I don't even see the card. I see the ability to move it, to sell it, to trade it. I see the value behind it. I see, on a scale of 1 to 10, how hard is this going to be to move? And that's not good. That's not necessarily a good thing because the way my brain has worked now in the past 7 years, I can't turn it on and off. So it's a blessing and a curse to have the way that I think about things. From a business perspective, it's great, but as a collector at the end of the day, which I'm a collector. I love what I do. I do collect certain things, which are, game-worn logo badges and stuff like that.
Random jerseys behind you.
Random jerseys behind me, yes, of like Brett Gardner and Jerks and Profar and other things that are in the closet. I'm a fucking weird sports car collector that runs as a business who can't turn his brain off to stuff. And when I walk by booths, it doesn't do anything for me anymore. I don't care. It's just kind of sad.
Something we were kind of thinking about doing is taking the Wednesday showcase night and taking that as like one of our main like walk arounds and not setting up that night. But I don't know. I've never been in there on a Wednesday night, so I don't know if that's like when people come up to you a lot since there's less traffic, or if it'd be good to take that and walk around. Or
I'll see you guys next week anyway because I'm going to be set up too. I'm getting a dealer badge, so it's perfect.
Yeah. Well, you should get a dealer badge, right?
Yeah, I think I get one for sure, and then Casey, my fiance, who's coming, will have a VIP badge. I don't think it matters. Like she's not going to walk in at 8 a.m. like shoving kids out of the way. That's gonna be my responsibility. But it'll be interesting. I've never been set up all 5 days. I'm getting in Tuesday. I'm not sure about you guys, but
he's getting in Tuesday. I'm getting in early Wednesday.
Okay.
Because the show doesn't start Wednesday till like 4 or 5 or 6, right?
I think there's like a party, quote unquote, that like is at noon. But dude, I don't even check that stuff until the day before because the last week has been so busy anyway. Like getting the stuff in from Dallas that I picked up, which, by the way, in terms of selling and trading, phenomenal. I got a ton of fun new items that are on my desk I still have to put on eBay, such as like a Jim Brown Flawless Auto to 5, a Bill Russell patch auto. I had the Mahomes Rated Rookie PSA 10, which I had bought online on my flight going to Dallas. So I didn't have it for the show, which was unfortunate, but I do expect. I know, but to be fair, the last 2 times I've flown down to Dallas, I've made major deals in line at the airport because clearly that is the best time to make deals. And while I didn't have it for Dallas, I've got an interest on it. I expect it to move next week. Like, it's a pop 8 or 9 card. It's one of the best autos I've ever seen out of from Optic for Mahomes. It'll move. We'll have to see what happens though.
I feel like if you're priced on stuff right, I think this is going to be one of the first nationals in a while where cash is like flying.
Cash will be flying, but what I worry about most, and I've said this a few times, especially on the high risk quarterbacks, so Desmond Ritter, Justin Fields, Jordan
Ritter's
Love.
not high risk.
Yes,
just low reward.
There's both because Ritter doesn't have an NTRPA yet,
No,
right?
I'm just joking. Yeah, he's such a high risk. Yeah.
You know, Brock Purdy, people are still buying him.
Oh, sorry, not to cut you off, but NT does come out like next week for the national. I'm pretty sure.
Before?
Like the week of the national, I believe it comes out.
So,
which is crazy. I don't think that's ever happened.
That is worrying because it might be too close unless. Let me back up a second. That would be phenomenal because we've talked about this before. If there was like a release party for it at the national, hey, we're opening up the first like 5 cases of this product. It's hot off the presses. Join the break now. Like, that'd be fun. That'd be a fun event. But because you're only gonna have some breakers in Breakers Pavilion and everyone else at least doing some online presence, those items are not gonna be in the room. And you run into an issue where, like, all right, money's getting out of this room. They're buying into breaks online. It's perfectly fine. They should if they want to. You're not going to have these items in the show. If you somehow do, you are setting the market, and that's actually phenomenal. So if that ends up happening, and it's true, oh my God, dude, buy into the breaks in person at Breakers Pavilion if it's a thing.
Or if someone hits one and brings it up to your table, like right from hitting it or something like that. It's clean, like straight from the pack.
That's great. I mean, I didn't know that. While not ideal because we're so close to football season, is very interesting.
It's gonna need to be a quick flip.
It's gonna have to be, if you get that card, you have to move within the next hour because you're gonna see an eBay comp come on.
There'll be 5 of each of them pulled throughout the week there, probably.
Sorry, we got noise over there, so just repeat your question.
I was just saying there's going to be 5 of each quarterback probably pulled at the national with how many cases they'll probably be opened.
It's scary. It's really kind of scary what's going to happen. I do think it's a race to the bottom, though, especially on high-risk quarterbacks. Especially if people really do start to undercut one another, you're going to see a lot of money get lost in that room.
I mean, you've kind of seen it already with like the fake rumor about Trey Lance going to the Falcons and people kind of getting a little worried about Ritter. I feel like some people have started undercutting each other already.
It's just like, how many collectors do you actually think there are in this hobby? 50%?
I was going to say 50%. Yeah.
I mean, once again,
but they're not collecting these cards.
Well, that's what I was going to get to.
Yeah.
The people who have the highest value collections have probably the worst takes in sports because they are only motivated by what items they own.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care how many hundreds of thousands of dollars or even millions of dollars you have in your sports card collection. You are not an objective fan and your takes are probably fucking trash.
I mean, yeah, like with Desmond Ritter, I think I've seen one dude who has a showcase full of the stuff, but there's not people out there like collecting his good cards. Besides,
didn't you see Ralph's cards post about how Ritter is the future of the NFL?
The future, yeah, he's definitely collecting Ritter for sure.
I mean, listen, it is what it is, and generally, I don't like to put words in other people's mouths. But he wrote that on Facebook, so I think that's fair game.
Yeah, that's a topic for another day.
I mean, Kai, as a Falcons fan, you know, do you get upset that you can't hashtag collect your player, your quarterback, potentially in the future, or like you understand this is just like the business of
it is a little like frustrating, but I mean, I totally get it. Like you just said, I mean, the thing is, if he comes out and actually like plays well, ironically, his cards would probably be cheaper than they are now.
Dude. That is the correct answer to all this. Like, I love buying quarterbacks, love buying football. Maybe I missed the boat a little bit this year. I wasn't exactly sure what to expect with people. just due to a down economy and people being financially hurt. So maybe I didn't succeed as much as I wanted to this past year in terms of like buying and selling football stuff. But what I will tell you, and you'll have this recorded, around week 12 is when I'm going to start buying quarterbacks again.
Yeah.
I mean, I have Mahomes. That's my best card right now is the Rated Rookie PSA 10. But at least with him, it's low pop. They were very condition sensitive.
Yeah, you don't have to be worried about that card.
And like in a world where that item doesn't move at the national, I have a very long leash on it. And you have a long leash with guys like Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, if you believe in him, Josh Allen, those established quarterbacks who theoretically should be top 2, top 3 seeds in the AFC and NFC, respectively. I mean, mostly AFC, I guess, in that instance. Jalen Hurts, if you want to add the NFC in there. You have a little bit of a longer leash. But once again, week 1, if they're trotting on the field and you own a Justin Fields NCRPA, good luck. You're going to need it.
Kind of random, but have you thought about adding a 10 auto onto that?
So it's funny that you mentioned that.
Oh, the Facebook post?
The Facebook post. Yeah. So I'm going to pull this up on screen. I don't know if it's an old.
I didn't even mean it to be like ironic like that. I was just curious.
But that's quite perfect. Let me pull this post up. I don't know where it was. Oh, it is an old school. All right.
It was an old school, yeah.
Give me 2 minutes to pull this up. I apologize for that.
But yeah, the reason I asked was because, I mean, I can't imagine there's many of those with 1010s, and yours looks like it has a pretty good auto compared to
it does have a pretty good auto. Let me see if I can find this first. And what I was going to show on my screen was, like, items you should consider buying for the National.
From you.
From me, yeah, obviously. So, sorry, I'm still sick, so, like, bear with me. So this post was 2 hours ago at the time of recording. Basically, what happened here, I'm not going to read the entire thing to you. Someone bought Mahomes Contenders Rookie Auto PSA 10. 9 auto. He bought it for $45,000. Okay, so he bought it without the auto grade, but it looks pretty nice. He was considering, and he honestly wanted to add the 10 auto grade. So he sent it in for auto review, and of course it came back a 9. It happens. You know, you already are down on your money. Maybe you want to cut your losses, move on. So then decided to send it in for a reholder and remove the auto grade because I agree with that. After about 10 days, the card goes into a hold status. Got a call explaining that they had cracked the slab for reholder and they damaged it. And it went down to an 8. So the card went from about $45,000 to 5 because of PSA's mistake. Awful, you know, that's why you send stuff in for grading. You don't expect that, but you pay insurance. That's perfectly fine. Oh, but wait, you know, he paid.
There's more.
He paid for a lower value on the PSA sub. And he wants a check for $40,000.
He basically didn't put the correct insurance amount, declared value on the card.
Correct.
He tried to save money by putting like a lower value.
Correct. So, Kai, I'm not going to send my Mahomes in. For this is the universe.
That's I don't know. I disagree. I think that's like a very like niche scenario happening.
No, this is the universe telling me, Kai, to not do it.
Or it's telling you to do it.
No, shut up, Kai. I'm not doing it. Now, if we're going to talk about like blame or guilt on that, I think everyone's responsible for some blame. This person's wrong for doing what they did. They were greedy trying to put the 10 auto grade on their card, and they got bit by it.
I don't know if that's the part that I'd be mad about. I would definitely say it's the part where you put a fourth of the actual value on the card.
That is also where he deserves fault as well. He put the wrong insurance number on it.
I don't think you can blame the guy for trying to get a 10 auto grade.
No, I mean, there's fault there. You should have been happy with what you had and not gotten greedy. But
if he got a 10 auto, he probably makes $10,000.
Sure, but also, not for nothing, the auto grade on a sports card shouldn't add much value, if anything.
I agree. Totally agree. But
that's why I wouldn't do it. Yeah. Like I'm not.
I know. I totally agree with you, but like, that's just the way it is on a card like that. I feel like
cards are stupid. Sorry, yeah. It's true. A lot of sports cards are stupid.
Use your eyes.
Moving back to this, PSA deserves fault for obviously damaging the item. That's fucking wrong. How dare you? They are wrong for doing what they did. They should have been more careful.
You would think
I
they
don't.
have like some sort of way to crack it without fucking up a card. Like
You'd
you
think
would
that'd
think
be.
they would.
You'd think that'd be a capable company, but I guess not.
Yeah, but
I don't believe they're going to give this guy $40,000, and honestly, I don't think they're supposed to.
yeah,
This was insured for 10 grand. That's what you get.
yeah.
Yeah, sucks. No one wins in this situation, obviously, and I'm assigning blame to everyone, but there is no happy resolution here.
I saw he was getting real mad at some people on the post for saying that he should only get 10K or something.
Yeah, I mean,
I would be pretty upset too, but I mean, I think at the end of the day, after I settled down a little bit, I would realize that
I'm wrong.
Yeah, you know.
Well, play stupid games, earn stupid rewards.
Yeah, I mean, you are probably like, you're right that it is a little greedy to try to send that in for the 10 auto, but like I understand what his mindset was.
Of course, I understand the mindset, but it's still wrong because obviously PSA thinks it's not auto, whether or not doesn't matter. But they assigned it something. You could have probably cut your losses there.
Could have just sold it as the 10-9, yeah.
Yeah, or just sold it as the 10.
As the 10, yeah.
I don't know. Am I supposed to not root for the collector in this instance? I don't know.
I don't think it's the worst thing.
I think everyone's wrong. Like,
yeah, there's a little bit to go around there.
There is, but he'll be somewhat made whole, but he's not going to be, in my opinion.
It's going to be tough scene.
Yeah, tough scene. All right, speaking of tough scenes, the National. Oh my God, this is going to be interesting. Besides smelling awful, like we know this is going to happen. I don't understand why sports car collectors have the worst hygiene, other than maybe like weebs. Like, if you ever went to a Comic-Con convention, Kai, it's the fucking worst thing in the world.
Can imagine.
But at least in weeb culture and like video games and nerd shit, like Comic-Con, there are girls there who like will dress up, and like the one or two guy who like wants to hit on that girl and be a creep, like will maybe shower or put on Axe body spray or something in sports cards. You motherfuckers are the most disgusting people I know. You all smell. You all stink. Siebel has made a post mocking you, saying he was the first collector to wear deodorant. I believe it. I truly, at my core, believe it. So, how do we fix that? Well, we don't. You're not going to fix it. But how do we prepare you better?
Spread awareness.
Yeah, spread awareness. If you're a stinky motherfucker, I'm raising my price on you, by the way. I don't care if it's stickered.
10% stink bonus.
Yeah, like for crimes against my nostrils, you are paying more. But besides that, how else can we help collectors be prepared for the National? It is very overwhelming, mostly for your nostrils. And by God, do not go to the toilet. You're going to see a war crime.
Don't. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's bad.
Those things after like the first day or two are not looking good.
No, it's really, really scary. So what can we offer you in order to be at least the most prepared besides nose plugs? None of the products shown here are sponsored. None of these we have no financial benefit from this. I'm just trying to help you be less miserable over a 5-day show, because it is amazing. You're going to enjoy what you love, and like you're going to have the best experience, but you need to be prepared. Otherwise, by day 3, you're going to be wishing for your death, because it's really, really hard. This is a marathon. Be prepared. Let's start first with what you might be carrying with you. Hey, carrying sports cards is hard, so make it easier for yourself. For instance, not sponsored once again, maybe you want a backpack Zion case. The reason being very simple. You do not want to be carrying a briefcase with you for 5 days.
I've done it. Not fun.
And not only that, you obviously run into the risk of possibly leaving it at a table.
Honestly, though, even having it on your back is brutal.
I mean, it's better.
It's better.
You at least have something.
You have the best one, though. It's kind of hard to walk around this show, though, with it, I feel like, but you have the best one.
What Kai's referring to, and once again, is this... No, this is not Zion cases. It doesn't matter.
Man, wrong sponsor.
Doesn't...
Technical difficulties.
No, it's not technical difficulties. I'm just stupid. This case, the Zion case by the Goliath Zion case, not sponsored. Fucking the best thing I've ever bought in sports cards. This thing is awesome. I love it. It holds about 160 to 200 cards, like it says. That's perfectly right. This thing is a beast. It is my travel case.
Can confirm.
I'm going to bring a backpack with me of clothes, and this as my this is my carry-on bag, because that's what I do as a dealer. I fucking love this thing. You can like drag it like a luggage. My personal pick on what you own. If you are a high-end or even medium-end collector who doesn't want to die carrying a briefcase for 5 days.
You can even sit on it, like.
Dude, I do. I sit on it in the airport.
Yeah.
You can even use it as a chair. It's not the best thing, but hey, guess what? If you're sitting at a table making a deal happen, pop a squat. You literally can.
Yeah.
But
have you ever tried to like walk around with it?
Yeah, I mean it's bad. I mean it's a piece of luggage, so like you're gonna be running over people's feet. You're gonna be cutting people off. You're probably gonna have like kids that trip over it. But that's not your problem because you're rocking the Goliath slab case by Zion Cases. Please sponsor me. I'm obviously doing the best job I can.
Yep, I would agree. I mean, yeah, if you can't get it, like I would just say, like if you can get one of these, that's good. I would definitely just have something other than like a box, like a cardboard box.
Oh, dude,
something other than that.
No, I mean, if you're gonna have a backpack and like a cardboard box with cards inside of it, I get it. That's fine. As these people are still cutting my dude, it's like 5:30. Why are you cutting the grass? This is so. If you hear it, I'm sorry.
It's not that bad.
It's not that bad. All right, it's bad in my ear. Little POV into my life. Point is, if you're gonna have a case, spend the money. Just
worth it. Good.
It really is.
It's probably the best thing you can buy. That's not a card, like to help you with cards.
I know. Well, besides cards as well, get a portable charger. Like these are $50 to $100 on Amazon. Pick and choose your own favorite.
Buy a good one. Don't
buy a good one. Do not cheap.
They break after like 2 uses. They don't hold charges. They're awful. It's like spend the money and get it.
You have to. I have owned 2 portable chargers in 3 years of traveling to shows. I don't know which one I have. It doesn't matter. Buy a good one. Your phone dies. You are struggling to keep your phone charged. You're fucked. That is your ability to comp card.
What if you need like Uber home? Like
what if you need to Uber home? What if
you can't even do that?
What if you need to contact someone? What if you need to price your cards? What if you just need your phone in general? Keep a portable charger with you. I might buy a second one, honestly. Like I might have a backup just in case.
Yeah.
It's not the worst thing in the world to be over.
Yeah, very important.
I made this joke already, but like, hey guys, deodorant. Fucking wear some.
Literally.
Spending thousands of dollars on sports cards and also being there. Stop being so fucking gross that I'm sick of you. I will charge you more money if you smell like ass. Buy deodorant. What's wrong with you? I don't care what you own. Buy it.
Obviously don't own deodorant.
Yeah. Anyway, shoes. Hey. I don't care what you wear.
Just wear some comfortable.
Yeah, break them in now. Go buy some shoes like right now. Go to like, is Payless still a store?
I've never been to.
You don't know what Payless is? Hang on.
It's like a Ross.
I don't know what a Ross is.
Okay, well, yeah, exactly. There we go.
All right, Payless is still a thing. Okay, good.
60% off. They're going out of business.
Oh, dude, nice. Nice. Go buy some good shoes. Dick's Sporting Goods, Payless, whatever you have. I don't care. Go buy shoes.
They're worth it. $100 for some shoes.
I Amazoned healthy snacks. Obviously, we have Chester Cheeto here. Obviously, the healthiest snack. No, but just like, at least for me, when I'm working very hard at shows, like I don't like to eat like burgers and fries and like pizza and like pretzels, like these heavy foods. For me, especially like a 5-day show, you need that like healthy food. I'm not telling you to go buy kale and eat it, but like don't buy Oreos, don't buy Pringles. get something that's like somewhat healthy to like keep your brain going. You're going to need it. Whatever your snack of choice is, like that good food and good energy that you're bringing in will keep you going. This is a long time. I really expect to sleep like under 25 hours in 5 days.
Yeah, I think like 5 or 6 hours each night. It's like lucky.
Yeah.
With how it goes.
I can tell you one thing. I'm in the lows. I'm really happy I'm in the lows this time.
Yeah, we're gonna have to Uber to like the trade nights.
Oh yeah, you guys are in like a random like.
We have an Airbnb.
Yeah. I mean, you can have a nice setup at least, but
yeah.
The lows, from my experience, is actually the nicest like hotel rooms I've seen in all of them, connected to and near the Donald Stevens Convention Center. The rooms are fucking nice.
Yeah, the Lowe's is nice.
And I mean, I don't know if trade night will officially or unofficially happen there every night, but like,
there's no like Ryan's not doing the trade night, right? I know we're helping with Rob's.
I don't know. I imagine not, because I haven't heard anything.
I haven't heard anything either. We definitely would have heard something by now.
I think you guys are sponsoring the actual trade night. So,
I guess we have.
You want to provide some info about that real quick?
Keep talking. I'll get you the exact details.
Thank you. Hey, what's up? It's your boy Old Spice here.
I don't want to misspeak.
So yeah, that's the thing too. We brought it up on Rob's podcast, Sports Car Therapist, yesterday, 2 days ago. Rob had me on the podcast on Monday, dude. Oh god, today's Tuesday. It's been a day. I clearly am not caught up on sleep yet, and that is just Dallas. I clearly am not here mentally.
All right, I have the details. So it's going to be the Friday night, the 28th, at the Crown Plaza, which is the one like literally right across the street, I think. Right?
Is that the one right next to?
I think it's the one that's like literally like you walk out and it's literally across the street.
So right next to the steakhouse, Gibson's.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's from 6 to 9.
Nice.
Cash bar, live DJ, giveaways, and more.
I will tell you this though. Make sure that DJ is not that loud.
I hope not.
Well, you guys are sponsoring the show. You can go and be like, hey.
We don't control it, though. That's Rob. I'll put some input in, though.
Yeah, put some input in and be like, hey, man, like, this is not a club. I want to be able to hear people.
I think he probably knows that, I would hope.
I think he knows that, too. But I'll be the one to say it, like, joking, like, hey, man, dude, this is the worst club ever. There's 98% dudes.
Yeah, that'll be lucky if there's 98%.
That's true, too. I mean... Oh, hashtag equality in the hobby or whatever. Oh God.
Or whatever.
I'm in trouble. Speaking of trouble. Speaking of trouble, if you're not eating right, you're gonna be in major trouble at the National. We also want to be hydrated with, I don't know, maybe a fucking liquid IV or something.
Yeah, something.
Yeah.
Drink some water, just liquid IV, Gatorade, something.
Yeah. Once again, be careful going into the bathrooms though at the National. If you have to take a crap, I worry for you.
I would go home.
I would go home. I would fly home.
I'm taking your room key.
Yeah, I would fly home before I use the bathrooms at the National to take a crap.
Yeah, it's like 0 dark 30, like last hope you have to use them.
Sure. Sure. Whatever you say. And then this is another thing that people obviously should know better, but clearly don't. Price your fucking cards. Please. Like,
that was aggressive.
Dude, it bothers me so much when people are not pricing their cards.
Yeah, I mean, you don't even have to get like a price gun if you're new to this. Like, just at least like write them on like stickers or something.
Dude, this is like $20. If you're going to the National, you can afford a price gun. You can afford deodorant. Buy a price gun.
Yeah,
like
just price them.
At least if you're a dealer. If you're someone just walking the show, I understand why you wouldn't price your cards. But vendors, price your fucking cards. Even if you're 3x over comps, at least I know not to deal with you. But like, when I walk shows, the easiest way for me to not stop at your table is see you're not priced.
Yeah, asking every fucking person about a card you like that doesn't have a sticker is probably the most annoying thing about walking.
I will just leave. I won't deal with you.
Yeah. And then half the time they're too busy to give you an answer. That's why having it on the card's nice, so you can either know to stay or keep going, you know?
Yeah. Once again, if you're overpriced, like I'm overpriced on my cards to start, but guess what? It's a conversation. I'm not afraid to negotiate. Maybe I'll put that in my booth, actually. Like,
Yeah.
You know, prices are oboe. We'll negotiate. I don't know, but like, you gotta just be a human being and talk. If you refuse to talk, or you go up to me with like all prices, go away.
Yeah.
What else is important? These are just like general like notes, and take this from someone who has been to. Oh God, I think I've been to like 4 or 5 nationals at this point. I've been set up now. This is my third national setting up in a row. Very fortunate for that. A lot of people will tell you just to take it all in day one. I'm going to tell you the opposite. Be strategic with what you want. If you see an item that is your grail, if you see something that you have to have,
don't leave.
Don't wait.
Don't.
Be assertive.
I promise you, it will not be there.
It will, especially if it's something like highly desired, like
priced well too. It won't.
Oh my God, if it's priced well and like you gotta have it, get it. Do not be cute about it.
Yeah, that's like, a great point. That's like the one thing I would really say is like if you find something you need, like I promise you, if it's like priced well and it's a desirable card, it will be gone.
Like be aggressive. Yeah. Be if you see what you want, get it. Understand that it is a marathon and not a sprint. So take your time. There's a lot of things there. We were fortunate enough last year to be set up next to pristine auctions, and it was like a museum in a way, because there was like the SGC 95 Mickey Mantle, there were jerseys and gloves and bats and other just cool memorabilia available, either in their auction or just in general. Like, take some time to enjoy that stuff. Like, obviously you're here for an experience, but also understand and like know that it is much more than that as well.
I would say on top of that kind of is try to, like, if you can, take a break every couple hours. If you're walking the show, like sit down, check some prices of some things you're looking at.
You got to have a friend who has like a table somewhere they'll let you sit
down. They
even
have like lobbies and stuff, like VIP lounges. Like,
I don't know if that's actually a thing, by the way.
No, it is. I've been in them before.
Are they nice?
Yeah. I mean, they're not like nice. They have tables and chairs though. It's like a separate.
Is that the one that was upstairs from the main room?
In Chicago, it's to the, like, if you're walking in the door to go in the show, it's to the left, like down those stairs.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I would take a break if you can for like 30 minutes, like recoup. You're gonna like kill your social battery if you're walking for 9 hours every day, I feel like.
Also, I'd bring like cough drops or something. Like, I can already tell you that my voice is a little nasally and like congested.
You're gonna get sick.
You're gonna get sick. Like, just accept you're gonna get sick. Yeah. But it's not gonna be COVID, knock on wood. But you're gonna get sick. Like, it's just gonna happen.
I would say if you're looking to like grade cards or anything like that, I would bring like a microfiber cloth, some extra sleeves, like maybe like team bags, stuff like that to be prepared.
Yeah, I mean that's a good call out as well. Always have extra team bags. Even just for like new inventory you pick up, you're gonna want it to look nice. What else? I expect no internet. Yep. So that is advantageous to us dealers, because we're gonna be priced high on our stuff, obviously. And if you gotta have it,
you would think one of these times they would like get a good internet thing going, but
not gonna happen.
One day.
No, I mean, do they make personal, like, I mean, I guess they make personal hotspots.
I don't know if this is true or not, but I feel like a year or two ago, someone was like selling like internet access, or maybe the show was.
Maybe we're gonna look into Amazon actually and look for a personal hotspot.
It's honestly not the worst idea. You could charge people to use it. Ooh.
Hang on. Go to Amazon real quick.
That's a great idea, honestly. Get one for your like booth section and you can all use it, and then don't give it to people that are buying.
I mean, it's not.
It can't be more than like $100 plus like $50 for internet for a couple days.
I don't know enough about this to Google.
You'd have to plug it into the wall, probably.
Yeah, you do. You might not get away with that.
It's a great idea, though.
It is a great idea. I mean, the evil side of me is just like, do it now.
Imagine buying that, setting it up for $150, charging $25 a person to get on it for the week. Ooh,
that would be.
Get 100 people on it. That's $25,000. 2,500.
2,500.
2,500.
Be $1,000. Yeah.
I mean, that's
some Florida math for you right there.
That's your table for the weekend.
Oh, also speaking of that, there are some dealers who are trying to buy space for the National, who are paying like $2 to $3 to $4 grand for showcases.
Yeah.
It is scary.
Yeah.
I would take $10K for mine.
For one showcase, or your
No, for all three. Dude, I would at that point I would just like cancel my fiance's spot and I would walk the show and like buy someone else's. I'd buy someone out for their spot.
You would buy someone out?
So here's what I would do.
Like their cards or just their spot?
I would buy their cards in their spot. I find the worst dealer there who has like shit cards and buy them out of their spot and like pocket like $8 grand.
You think you give them $2K and they would take it though?
I think there's gonna be some random kid set up with like trash cards that you could buy out of.
He would have had to pay though. Someone.
Maybe not. I don't know. I mean, obviously this is not gonna happen, so it doesn't matter.
I don't know. It sounds like you've been preparing for this for a while.
So we had this conversation in the chat. Shout out to Andy for giving me my spot, for not charging me what I would charge other people for it. He would be pissed. Obviously, I would pay him out. I'd bribe Andy and not be mad at me. And I would use the rest of the money and go buy someone else out.
Yeah. It's an interesting topic like we were talking about because, I mean, I think Mikey said something about, like, it's different if you get it from a random person rather than, like...
Yes, no, I am objectively a bad person by offering that. But that's why you bribe for forgiveness. Especially because Andy's been so nice to me the last couple of years. This is not actually happening, don't worry, but someone hands you 10 grand for a table. It's like, that's kind of hard to turn down.
Probably take that, yeah.
Yeah, it's really hard to turn down. What else, dude? This is such an interesting time. Like, I want to buy more stuff for the show, but I also understand that cash can be so valuable in that room. I
mean, you also might just, like, not get it in time.
I know. That's the scary part. I leave Tuesday morning.
So you'd need it Monday.
Yeah. And it's already Tuesday at time of recording. So it comes out Wednesday. Like, I really might just go to the bank and get cash and just see what happens.
Yeah.
It's a weird world we're in. Like, for as bad as the sports car market has been for the last year, I feel like the National is still going to be incredible.
I think so, too. I mean, I've never gone through a National and left and been like, that sucked.
I've never been to a major show and felt that way. With the exception of Nashville. Nashville has been ass before.
Yeah, that's true.
We're in a crossroads of sports cars, in my opinion. Like, with as many major shows as there are in down economic times, this is the time to really act. And hopefully, with some of the tips and tricks we gave you, you smelly motherfuckers, you too.
Hopefully not.
Well, hopefully you're successful and you don't smell.
Yeah.
Well, if I'm so congested, I won't be able to smell you anyway, so it doesn't matter.
It might be a good play.
Maybe you go, man, hey guys, listen, I'm going to sell influenza too.
And you won't be able to smell either.
Yeah. Dude, what a $1 million idea. And also cut $5 off my internet access.
Yep.
Yeah, I got nothing else to add. This is a clusterfuck. Man, I hope you guys like this. Maybe next week we'll be doing this podcast live. Oh my god, if we do this live, oh shit.
That'd be something.
We have to have that conversation.
We do.
Trade night podcast, quote unquote.
Actually, that's a good idea, yeah.
You want to do it at the trade night?
We should be able to. Is he gonna have like a hand mic?
Yeah. Buy like a USB mic or something.
Yeah, should work.
We'll talk. All right. The next time you guys see us, I'll be wearing funny shirts international and hopefully won't be getting into too much trouble.
Yep. Thanks for listening. We will see you in possibly 1 week, if not 2.
Yeah, who knows? Yep. Peace.
See you.